Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to my latest review. And now we're taking a look at the Commodore Amiga port of Bobble, conversion of the arcade game of the same name, in which you play, you and an optional friend play as a human that's been turned into this bubble-blowing dinosaur thing. Let's just get this going. As you can see, it's got music done by David Whittaker for this particular version, converted by Software Creations, published by Firebird, and Taito did the original arcade game. So I've just started a one-player game. Now it is the beginning of a fantastic story. Let's make a journey to the Cave of Monsters. Good luck. As you would expect, this has that jaunty little tune that was in the original arcade version. And what you do to go up against the enemies is that you encase them in bubbles and then burst them with the spines on Bubs or Bobs if you're the second player back. Occasionally get power-ups like that to help you. Had all three of the enemies still been available, that would have blown every last one of them up. And everything generally good. This responds really well. And you get more rewarding points if you manage to burst multiple enemies' bubbles at the same time compared to doing them one by one. And I'll just gain an extra life. And there are all sorts of different power-ups that the bobbles saw in the previous stage is just one of them. And you can see they retain the ability to bounce on bubbles, which can be crucial if you're stuck in certain vertical columns, because that can be your only way out in present times. And you start to see the letters that if you collect all 6 of them, it spells out the word extend. That counts as both an automatic level skip and an extra life. Now that suite I've just picked up has powered up my bubbles. Now you can see that they actually go further than they did prior to collecting it. That kind of thing lasts until either the end of the game or when the player collecting it loses a life. Now you just saw it say hurry up just then. Now you have a time limit to try and complete each level before you get invaded by an enemy called Baron von Blubber. And Baron von Blubber will constantly haunt you until you either kill all of the last remaining enemies on the screen or lose a life, whichever happens first. So yeah, and oh damn it, I lost a life. As you can see, if you don't burst an enemy within a bubble for a certain amount of time, then they burst out of it and become angrier and more dangerous. Hence the reason that particular Benzo was going a lot faster than he normally would have done. I know that the enemy has a different name in the Japanese version, but he was always called Benzo in the manual that I saw. Absolutely superb conversion in many respects, and by and large I can't really fault what they've done with it, especially as this was released in the time when the Amiga was quite often prone to getting lazy Atari ST ports that did little to nothing to improve on the original version and make best use of the Amiga's custom chips and hardware and the like. And often when that was the case, the game would run slower than the real ST version. Oh, darn. Of course, because I lost that life for that at the time, I lost the ability to go further, so they're back to how they were. You can also get other things like power-ups that allow you to breathe fire for the rest of the level. Now these hooded enemies, I can't remember their name offhand though. But if you're standing in front of them, they throw what look like biscuits at you or cookies. You don't want to get hit by that; it will kill you instantly. And you saw there were those bubbles containing water that send that jet meandering its way down, and it can take you with it if you're in it and don't jump out, and if it catches any enemies, then it, as you probably saw, it will encase them in the water jets as well. Three enemies at once, that meant that I got more power when the enemies landed. I would have just had nothing but bananas if I'd done them one by one. Obviously it's riskier when you have the power up. So I can see on the left there I've collected 6 letters that spell out the word extend. If you collect all 6 of them, 6 of those letters, then you'll not only get a 1-up, you'll also get an instant chance to skip the rest of the level you're just on. Here's one of the letters I need. And here's the other one, the green E. And as you can see, even there's a noticeable gap between Bub and the letter T, and that brings me to my only real fly in the ointment when it comes to this particular conversion. The hit detection can be questionable at times. As you saw, there was a noticeable gap between Bub and that T bubble, yet the game thought I still made contact with it. I mean, because that was something that benefited me, it didn't bother me on that occasion, but that sort of problem can happen with enemies and has happened with enemies. And if you get killed by an enemy that didn't even touch you, it can be incredibly annoying. Especially as I said before, you lose all the power-ups that you had the moment you die. I do like the way they kept it. Oh, darn it. That's a different coloured sweet. That does something different to the light blue coloured one I think. See, that was accelerated my bubbles. Remember the other one that made them go further. I like the way they kept it a bit to the enemies. Oh, sugar. I didn't read that movie correctly. I'm just getting that life back that I just lost. Yeah, really such a shame that the collision detection is a bit of a letdown. Because were it not for that, this would have been pretty much a perfect conversion. Particularly when the later levels have pretty dangerous enemies in them. It's incredibly irritating if you lose a life because you were killed by something that was never anywhere near you. I mean that was connected. I'd go with that. Last life. Can't get that sweet. See, again, I was nowhere near those. The game thought I was, so. Because I really wanted to get that sweet before taking out those blubbers that I'd encased in bubbles. Yeah, those fish-like dolphin-like enemies called blubber. And Bobble Bobble is one of the few times you can say fall down to the top, and it makes sense. I'm going to fall down from the top, so you go off the top. There we are. We're going to get Bobble from Blubber in a minute. There he is, in the bottom right corner. That's Baron von Blubber. He sort of follows you around the level and doesn't disappear until you've either defeated every last enemy that remains on the level, or when you die, whichever happens first. And as you can see in the bottom right corner, you get a set number of credits. It's Saint 7, but you normally start off with 8, and if you lose all your lives in one player, then the likelihood is it's gonna be game over. Whereas if you're in 2-player, as long as you don't both die at the same time, then you'll be able to continue from left off until you either run out of continues or finish the game. Such a great conversion. It's just a shame about the hit detection. Graphics are nice and colourful, sounds excellent. As I said, literally the hit detection is the only fault I really have with this particular conversion. Everything else about it I can't really fault. Oh, that was a nice one. Oh god, that one Blubber's going to burst out. And you see he's a lot faster than the other one that's in there because he's encasing a bubble, and that also makes him a lot harder to defeat. That candy cane thing there is actually another power. It disappeared before you connected. I was hoping that I'd be able to get it, because what that particular power would have done is the moment I killed the last enemy and defeated the last enemy, I would have got a gigantic collectible that would have appeared in the bottom of the screen. And if I got to it in time before the time out between killing the last enemy and the next level starting had elapsed, then I would have got several thousand points. Cool. Oh no, damn it. It can be a bit hard to time. Absolutely brilliant. And everything just feels right when playing it if you allow for the detection. Such a class game. It's still fun to play now. Ooh, that's a good one to get. You may remember that one I picked that there. That's a power up on the feet. Go on, pull out. Oh, I don't want. Of course, it does have to actually turn. Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to get that one. I can't get that one, I can't get back down. I've got no way of getting back down. So I think I'm actually going to wind up the review here. You pretty much get the idea. Encase the enemies in bubbles and burst them in order to defeat them, and to try and defeat all the enemies on the stage in order to advance to the next. See, there's that giant power-up I mentioned. Remember, I missed that particular power-up when it was in the heart-shaped interior with the bubbles in it. But I didn't miss it that time, so I was actually able to show you what that power-up did. It's not always the same giant thing. I mean, it was a cake on that occasion, but it's not always a cake. I'll try and get it on the way up. It didn't quite work out that way. So they throw that basically at you and you're pretty much gone. As any power-ups you might have had up until that point. So, graphics, very nice, colourful. And it looks and generally looks and feels as much like the arcade as you could hope for. Everything's really colourful. I've never had an occasion where I couldn't clearly see what was going on. I mean, yeah, occasionally if you absolutely blown loads and loads of bubbles, they might get in the way, but that's the only time I've really had that problem. And problems like that are few and far between, all things considered. Animation's nice as well. Sound, music, I can't fault it. Decent sound effects, nice, clear, crisp sound effects and music samples. And hear this music here, it sounds really good. David Whitaker did a good job of making good use of the Amiga's Paula sound chip, and I can't really fault it. And the sound effects in that actually play during gameplay are really charming and befitting of Bobble as well. Gameplay, the controls are responsive enough in general. Everything just feels right when you're controlling Bob and Bob. It feels right. Obviously, I was only controlling Bob on this occasion. Had I been controlling the second player, it would have been Bob, and he would have been a blue dinosaur rather than a green one. As I said, my only real gripe with this version is the iffy hit detection, where you can get. It can be easy to get killed by someone who didn't even touch you. When that happens, it does cause some unnecessary frustration. They could have done with tidying that up before release. But if you can look past that slight niggle, then this is a really good arcade conversion, and I'd happily give this particular version 8 out of 10. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Hope to catch you on another video soon. Texie88 out.